What's up, everybody? It's your boy Orlando, aka King Smitty. Welcome back to my trading journey and my trading channel. And I have a banger of a video for you all today. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification button, bell at the bottom. When you hit that like button, it tells the algorithm that this is a nice video, and it gets the word out to other viewers or potential viewers, so that way we can have more people join in on the channel, right? But today I asked ChatGPT, what are the industries or the sectors that are poised for major growth within the next decade, right? So not looking to invest in things that are already popping now, but what's going to be popping in the future. And they gave me 8 sectors that are just voila. This great sector. Some of them I'm already kind of nibbling at and investing in, and others I will be getting into. So let's take a look at this. The first sector that it told me was renewable energy, right? And it says with increasing awareness of climate change and efforts to reduce carbon emissions, renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydro are expected to see substantial growth. And you already know, with our personal well-being, more people have been leaning to cleaner foods, wanting to eat healthier, trying to stay away from the processed foods. That's why you have so many whole markets, whole fresh food markets out here and stuff like that. And now they're trying to do that same thing, but with the on a global impact, but not with necessarily our bodies, but what we put into the atmosphere. So you're trying to limit the the carbon emissions, like it just said. That's why a lot of the vehicles are going electric. But we're looking for energy that we can use without having to burn it and mess up our atmosphere, but also that way we can reuse it. So that way it makes it more efficient for us. And I looked up some ETFs. One of them I found was the Van Eck Uranium and Nuclear ETF. Up today, year to date, 20.6%. Its main holding is Constellation Energy Corporation, right? Another ETF, and none of these are advice to buy, hold, or sell. I'm really just introducing the sectors, and I'm introducing either some individual stocks or ETFs that I found. Before you buy anything, of course, you need to do your own research, your due diligence, look to see if the chart is in a suitable place for you to buy it or not. Keep in mind that the markets are at like an all-time high right now. So buying it right now, you could be buying it at the top, but you're gonna get to evaluate each chart, each stock, each ETF individually on your own, right? The next ETF in renewable energy is the TCW Transform System ETF, ticker symbol NETZ. The Van Eck Uranium and Nuclear symbol was ticker symbol NLR. But the NETZ one is up 25.7% year to date, and its top holding is Republic Services Inc. Right? And I know I didn't look up one for each of the solar, wind, and hydro renewable energies, but I know there is one. It's it's a smaller stock. It's called Plug, ticker symbol PLUG, and it develops hydrogen and fuel cell product solutions here in North America. So that is another renewable energy play as well. Like I said, the world is trying to be a little bit more cleaner rather than just burning these fossil fuels that's ruining our ozone layer and causing global warming. Now that everybody wants to be a little bit more greener. So renewable energy, I could definitely see some growth going forward, right? Next sector, electric vehicles. Piggybacking off of the renewable energy, um, but electric vehicles and clean transportation. As countries implement stricter emissions regulations and consumers become more environmentally conscious, kind of like what I was just saying, the demand for electric vehicles and clean transportation solutions is expected to surge. I believe that, and I'm not trying to get into politics, so don't make it like a political debate. But I know Biden wants to push the electric vehicle agenda here in America. I'm not sure with Trump. I think he wanted to drill more for oil. So if Trump wins, I think the EV sector could take a little hit. If Biden wins, you would expect it to go up. But Biden also said that he wanted like 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations. When he was elected last time, he said that he wanted to put that many up there. I think he only put up like maybe 60 or like 600 or something. So that's a big difference between the number that he wanted to put up and the number that he actually had put up. Um, so I know in China they're talking about by 2027 or 2026 they want like all new vehicles being sold, I believe, to be electric vehicles, or at least like 30% or 40% of the vehicles sold to be electric vehicles, right? So just that market alone, only selling electric vehicles, is a huge revenue and a huge money pot waiting to be grabbed by somebody, right? And some of the electric vehicle makers, Tesla is one of the biggest ones in the world, ahead of everybody, ahead of the competition, right? But we all know that someone's in China, Neo, take some NIO. Tesla is take some TSLA. They are also in China a little bit. I think they have Li Auto in China, and I'm naming these because China has the biggest market for electric vehicles, right? America's not gonna be that. We are working on integrating electric vehicles more into our society, but we haven't made that step like China has, where we're saying, hey, by this date, we want all electric vehicles being sold only, right? So we're not at that point just yet. But for America, you have Tesla, like I said, ticker symbol TSLA. You have Rivian, you have Lucid, you have like Toyota selling electric vehicles, I believe. General Motors. You have this ETF called Global Autonomous and Electric Vehicles ETF, ticker symbol DRIV, and its top holdings is Nvidia, Qualcomm, Google, Tesla, and Toyota, right? So there's definitely a shift with trying to be greener, not only with people's eating, but for the environment as well. So renewable energy and electric vehicles are definitely like a no-brainer that was going to be some future growth in our society. So I could definitely see big money moves coming in those sectors over the next decade. And people are saying, well, how did this person get rich? How did this person do that? This person potentially, this is just a scenario, but a lot of people, for example, I talked to a guy this past weekend who bought Microsoft back in like 99, 2000, and he held it till now. Now, back then, it was only selling like software products and things like that. It wasn't, what it is today. But he saw a vision and a good company and he bought into it and held it for decades to come. That's the same thing we have to do. Buy these sectors and companies low and hold them to the next decade, right? It's not financial advice, but just some knowledge. Sector 3, biotechnology and healthcare. Advances in biotechnology, genomics, personalized medicine, and healthcare technology are anticipated to revolutionize the healthcare delivery and treatment options. It's very true. Healthcare is in a time of growth right now and innovation with the telehealth going on. People not having to go into the doctor's office as much. I believe like Amazon was doing telehealth. Um, so with this biotech and healthcare, you have companies like Moderna, ticker symbol mRNA, who was very prevalent during coronavirus, and Johnson and Johnson, right, ticker symbol JNJ. And then you have other companies like CRISPR, ticker symbol CRSP. I believe that Kathy Wood is holding CRISPR. That is a biotechnology company. They do gene editing in a sense. And then you have Bio Nanogenomics, who are trying to do like gene optimization. Um, and you have like United Health Group. There's so many healthcare and biotechnology stocks. And a lot of the biotechnology stocks, they're like real low dollar ones. Some of them are kind of high, but as they become profitable or they have services that are actually starting to get off the ground, you're going to see money fly into them overnight almost. For example, there was one called Humasite, ticker symbol HUMA. I was alerted of that at $2. I didn't get in, but a politician bought it, and that stock ran up to $9 within like maybe a month, from $2 to $9. That's almost a 5x play, right? And they are a biotech company in a sense. So the biotechs are high risk, high reward. So be careful of that. In healthcare, I mean, every sector has their cycle. So you really want to know what the cycle is for each of these, because you don't want to be buying on a fear of missing out because this certain sector is running and now you're buying it at the top. But a different sector that could be on this list as well has been dropping because it's not their time for growth. So now you're buying them at the high and you're losing out on this other sector while they're low. And then when this sector starts to grow, now you want to buy into this, and now all that you bought in this sector is starting to drop because it's their turn to go down. The next sector is artificial intelligence and machine learning. One of the biggest sectors right now is AI. AI and machine learning technologies are poised to transform various industries, including healthcare, finance, manufacturing, transportation, by improving efficiency, automation, and decision making processes. So, every sector that we're going to go through and that we have already went through on this video is going to be affected by AI in one way or another, right? AI right now, Nvidia has been growing substantially over the last year or so, right? They make, let's take some NVDA. They're making the chips for the AI processing. You have Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT, who pretty much, I believe, own Chatgpt. You have Adobe, ticker symbol ADBE, that's doing artificial intelligence on their programs and systems. You have Intel, ticker symbol INTC, that's making chips for artificial intelligence. You have AI, let's ticker symbol AI for C3 AI. You have Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, that's making better decision making and efficiencies for the US government, for other brands, other companies. And this sector is still very young. They're saying that we're in an AI bubble. Let's just say we're doing an AI bubble, right? The bubble's not even blown yet. We're still dipping the stick into the soapy water, and we're out like this, and you're just about to start blowing in those bubbles. That's how small this bubble is at this time. I don't think the bubble has even begun yet. Because I say this because when we had the .com bubble, everything was blown up. If you had, they said if you had .com in your name, your stock was flying, right? So companies that weren't even profitable or had no business model really were flying. With AI, these companies has business models in plan, but they have plans. They're not necessarily in the red. They're making money. So their valuations of their company are kind of justified. So to say that it's an AI bubble, it's like, is it really? Just because the sector is going up doesn't necessarily mean it's in a bubble. A lot of these valuations are justified. They might be a little overvalued, so a correction or a pullback wouldn't be surprising. But to say it's a bubble is going a little too far, right? We're halfway done. The next one is e-commerce and digital retail. The shift towards online shopping and digital retail platforms is expected to continue, driven by convenience, technological advancements, and changing consumer preferences. So, if you haven't noticed, a lot of brick and mortar stores are going out of business, or at least shutting down a lot of stores because people don't want to drive up to the stores and look through the racks and everything like that when you can go on Amazon, type in what you want, and it gives you a list of things. Why go into the store and waste gas, waste time when I could just sit in my bed and shop? That's kind of what I was saying. It's expected to continue because it's convenient. Technology is going to continue to get better, and as they continue to meet our preferences, we have no need to go inside the buildings. When I say e-commerce, I mean things like Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, like I just said. Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Um, Ticker symbol PDD, that's PDD Holdings. And I say them because they own Timu or Temu, however you say it, they own that. And then you have things like Etsy, ticker symbol ETSY, which a lot of small companies sell their things on Etsy, and more customizable things are sold on Etsy. And then you have Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP, and that's because a lot of the smaller companies like mom and pop shops and stuff like that, they use Shopify for like their websites and stuff like that. So e-commerce, I could definitely see it continue to grow. Um, it's in a poised position for growth long term, I think, as well. As long as people still want to shop online and just have the things delivered to their front door. I mean, I don't see that changing anytime soon. I definitely think that COVID boosted e-commerce exponentially in comparison to what it should have been. I think it was going to be at a steady growth rate, but I think COVID put it on the fast pace growth rate, and I think they're holding on to their not holding on to their weight, but they're holding on. They're making it happen. E-commerce and digital retail. Fintech. Fintech is a financial technology companies that are disrupting traditional banking and financial services by offering innovative solutions in areas such as digital payments, blockchain, peer-to-peer lending, and robo-advisors. So, fintechs are they're changing up the banking industry in a sense. Well, what is it saying? It's no more you having to go into the bank, sit in the line, and then talk to somebody. No, most of this is online, online, or just transferring money from person to person. Um, that's the blockchain peer-to-peer lending. That's things like PayPal, um, Square. So PayPal ticker symbol is PYPL. You got Block, which is S ticker symbol SQ. And you know the block where you just put it on your phone and you just swipe it. Well, now they have little actual cash register machines that people are going with instead. Same company. A lot of smaller businesses are using the Square um, cash registers, and since you have Fiserv, ticker symbol FI, you have American Express, ticker symbol AMX, Visa, ticker symbol V. Then you have SoFi, which was a fintech that's pretty much getting into banking, like actual banking, but still is a fintech. Ticker symbol SOFI. Um, And then these robo advisors, that's leaning off of AI in a sense. So that's what I'm saying. Like these companies are like kind of integrated, um, but at the same time, they are separate, right? Diversification at its finest. The last one I want to talk about is space exploration and commercial aerospace. The space industry is experiencing a resurgence driven by the advancements in technology, decreasing launch costs, and increasing private sector involvement, leading to opportunities in satellite development, space tourism, and asteroid mining, right? And this is big because what it says is it's driven by advancements in technology. These recent companies, um, and some of the ones I'm looking at right here are Rocket Lab, ticker symbol RKLB, Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE, and Lockheed Martin, ticker symbol LMT, right? But I want to look at Virgin Galactic. I want to look at SpaceX, which is ran by Elon Musk, it's not public, and Blue Orbit, ran by Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, which is also not public. So you could invest in them the back way by investing in Tesla and Amazon, but it's still not directly tied into the other companies. But these three companies have launched rockets or space vehicles and have had them return in peace without exploding or anything like that, allowing them to be reused. So now you don't have to spend, let's say, a rocket costs $1 million. We don't have to use that $1 million, and it's just an example. $1 million to go up in space, it blows up, and then you have just a little section return, and now you got to rebuild that whole thing up again. Right now, you have that rocket go up, and it comes back down, and it lands, allowing it to be reused. So now launch costs don't cost as much because we have better technology. We don't have to keep building the ships over and over again. And it allows us to go into space more frequently and cheaper, right? And space, a lot of people like Elon Musk, he wants to colonize Mars. Virgin Galactic, they're doing space tourism. They're taking people up to space in suborbit, allowing them to float, feel the gravity for like a couple minutes, and then bring them down. There's a California-based startup called Orbital Assembly Corporation, which is set to launch the Voyager station, which is supposed to be the world's first space hotel in low Earth orbit, right? That's like Jetsons territory. But you can see the times are shifting. We're getting more towards space exploration. We're getting more towards clean energy. We're getting more to online shopping, even more than what we already are, right? So we have to be ready to invest in things that are set to be growing in the future rather than just looking to invest in right now. But that's what I have, for sure. Take a second to hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We're trying to make our way up to 500 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Yeah.